as, well, her diagnosis is complex generalized seizures. The 3 types of seizures that she has are tonic-clonic seizures. She also has partial seizures, like her eye flickers, both her eye flickers, and she also has absent seizures as well. So she has like a good combination of them, like throughout the day. Apart from the tonic-clonic seizure, she's only ever had 2 of them, and she's been diagnosed now since 2013, just before she turned 2. She's almost 6. Her name is Willow. I'm her mummy. I'm Vicky. I also go by the name Tori as well. And she also has autism. She has a learning impairment. She has global developmental delay. She's booked in to have a lumbar puncture on the 9th of June, so we're hoping to get some answers from that. Of course, we don't want it to show anything up, to show any underlying conditions, but at the same time we sort of do want it to show something, so we know what we're working with and we know like how best to treat it, basically. Of course, no child wants anything wrong with their child. No parent wants anything wrong with their child, but when it comes to trying to help them the best you can, you're hoping for certain things to show up, so you know which road to take to make sure that you're giving them the best treatment, basically. Even her paediatrician is hoping we can get to the bottom of this. I mean, yeah, as he doesn't exactly want anything to show up, but if it's gonna help her, then it's best that we know like how we can treat her and what we can do. She has like, how can I put it now? She basically has the mental age of a 22 to 36 month old, because her seizures are affecting her from mentally developing properly. So when she's at school, she can't learn properly because the amount of seizures that she's having a day is just ridiculous. So if you take all those seizures and you put them together, they are only like a couple of seconds long, some are about half a minute long. If you put them all together, it's probably a good couple of hours that she's missing there of time. So when she's at school, there is parts of time that she's missing. So she's not being able to absorb everything. She has got a photographic memory though, we did find that out recently. And she's sort of starting to speak a little bit now, and she is sort of finding like her own personality a bit more. At the minute, with everything that's been going on, she just seems to have gone backwards with her development. Like, she's turned into a horrible child at the minute. I know it's not nice to say those things, but it's true. She's like hitting, she'll like scratch you, thump you, slap you, she'll kick you, she'll bite. At the minute, she started throwing things out of the bedroom window. She'll post things through the letterbox. She will throw things at you. She will get up in your face and she will scream at you. A lot of this she never did before, and it all sort of changed after she had her, I would say, the first tonic-clonic seizure that she had a couple of months back. She had like 2 in the space of 12 days, like proper big tonic-clonic seizures where they were, like the first one was lasting almost 2 hours, and they were trying to get her out of it. And the second one was about an hour that she was seizuring for and that she didn't come round for. Yeah, so it's a bit of a struggle. She's currently on 3 different types of medications now, but she has tried 7 different types of medication up to now, and she's only been diagnosed for 4 years. So as a lot of you parents know, when you start medication, you've got to wean them onto them. get to the right dose. If it's not working, you've then got to wean them back off. You've then got to wean them back onto another medication. If that one's not working, you've got to wean that one off. There's a lot of messing around with it. So to have tried 7 in 4 years is a bloody lot, basically. It is a lot. And she's on, the ones that she's on now are not controlling it. She is actually on one that is only supposed to be used for short term. It's clobazam. If anyone here from the States who's watching, I'm not sure if you got the same names as what my daughter's medications are. I'm not sure if they're like under different names. The first one that she's been on it for a good couple of years. That's Pyramate. She's also on clobazam. That's the short term one. As what the paediatrician said, it's not used for long term, it's used for short term. Like girls, when they're going through like the menstrual cycle, they can take it like that time of the month, because apparently seizures can get worse or something with like the menstrual cycle. And she's also on zonisamide as well. She's tried in the past, she's tried Keppra, didn't work. She's tried Zodium valproate, that didn't work. She's tried ethosuximide, that made her sick as a dog, like I mean physically sick as a dog, like barfing basically. She has also tried Lisuximide as well, that hasn't worked. She's also tried Imotrigine, she tried that one as well, that one hasn't worked. So that's all the ones that she's tried, and I think the only one that sort of worked in the past was the Zodium valproate, but that one, and I mean literally sedated her. She was just out of it for hours every single day, and just before she started to use that, she started to sort of walk, not properly, but I remember being in my parents' like back garden, and she walked from my mum to my dad, and it wasn't like that far, it was only like a couple of feet, but she managed to do it. And then as soon as she started the Zodium valproate, it's as though time had rewound itself and she went back to being like a 6-month-old. It was horrible. And then she was on her knees then for like a good couple of years before she started walking. She's only been walking now since 2015, so a good couple of years that she weren't walking for. But yeah, right, I'm going to leave it there anyway. I've sort of give you like a little bit of an insight about Willow basically, and how she is and how her epilepsy is, and I just wonder if there's any more like parents here in the UK or anywhere else that have got a child with like as bad of epilepsy. And I know there's going to be parents out there whose child has tonic-clonic seizures constantly and they're getting like rushed to the hospital a lot, and I know Willow hasn't exactly got it as bad as a lot of people, but I'm just wondering if there are people out there that have a child with such severe epilepsy that nothing seems to be working. And also if there is any parents out there here in the UK, I mean I know in America there might be already, but because it's not been legalised over here that long, I think it's only been either just over 2 years or coming up to 2 years. If there's anybody that sees this video, if their child has tried Charlotte's Web, you know, the hemp stuff for seizures, like I think it comes in a bottle with a pipette like attached to the lid. If anyone has tried that, will you please let me know, message me, leave a comment down below, or you can message me. Just let me know how you get on with it, because Willow only literally has a couple of more drugs that she can try, and if they don't work then I'm not sure what we can do, but I want to look at all the options. But hopefully, fingers crossed, that this lumbar puncture gives us some answers and we can finally figure out how we can treat her best and what we can do to help either minimise the seizures or completely get rid of them altogether. I'm sorry I've been rambling a little bit, but I want to sort of give you a bit of an insight. I don't just want to come on and just say, oh yeah, here's my daughter, she has like sometimes up to 300 seizures a day, let me know. I want to give you a bit of an insight as well of like her, and sort of like get to know her a little bit as well, since this video is about her basically. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you if you stuck with it right to the end, and again I'm sorry for rambling. Leave me a comment, message me, get in touch with me on Facebook. My Facebook is Tori Slack. If you can't find me, then look for Vixie Cosplay and then you'll find me through that. So thank you very much again for watching, and I hope you're all well, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.